So I've been saying for a while that we had this 5-year drought in the arts. It's not that there were no good shows or no good movies, no good novels. That's never quite true. But it was really flat and dead because of woke. Woke just was destroying everything, and DEI hiring was destroying everything. I'm beginning to sense a bit of a change. I'm beginning to sense that the spring is coming, blades of grass popping up through the ice. This is brought to you by ExpressVPN. You want to go to expressvpn.com/Andrew Klavan Show. Protect your data. So let's take a look at some trailers for upcoming streaming shows on TV, and we'll see if any of them look any good. Okay, so that's a sequel. That's Squid Game 3. Very, very classily shot. I have not seen Squid Game 1 or 2, but I've heard it's pretty good. I could see myself watching that. It hasn't got immediate appeal, but I have heard good things about it. I would say maybe. I don't have a lot of time to watch things, so I have to really pick carefully. It doesn't exactly grab me, but let's see if it's any good. No. Now, I have to tell you, I thought the first season of Dexter was just great. It was as suspenseful and scary and creepy and yet funny as any show I've seen. And there was actually a moment when I jumped out of my chair, actually screaming at the TV because it was so exciting. I don't want to watch it anymore. It had kind of run out of string by the time the show was over. I mean, I don't even remember if I think I watched the last season, but I got tired of it after a while. And no, new stuff. Let's have some new stuff.
You're that golfer, aren't you? Bryce Cahill. Used to call you Stick, right?
Yep, that's me.
This guy was a big pro golfer on television, everything. 12th hole, big tourney. Sawgrass, I think maybe like 2009. Shanks one into the lake and just melts down. Full psychotic break on live TV. It was insane. Threw his clubs in the water.
I bet you can't even look at a club after a train wreck like that, right?
Things were supposed to be different for me. I look in the mirror. I would not bet on that guy.
Although the divorce has been finalized, there's still the outstanding matter of the family home.
I object.
To what?
That's contempt.
We're not in a courtroom.
I feel like you guys are ganging up on me. My
3-6.
chair's not as high as yours.
There's a tiny lever
Everyone, can we
under
just,
it.
please?
Court's adjourned.
We're not in court.
If you keep looking in the rear view, you're gonna swerve off the road. The question you gotta ask yourself is, what's next?
That was your pep talk?
That's all I got.
You're cupping your wrist a little bit. Did you hear that?
I can barely hear you.
Wait right here, Mrs. Nussbaum. I'll be right back. I found a kid who swings a golf club like a dream. What's your name?
I'm not into older guys, but I'm flattered.
Hey, get out of here. Who coached him?
His dad.
Why'd he stop playing?
His dad.
I'd like to try to qualify him for the U.S. Amateur Championship. I think he could win it all.
You don't need to cut the corner here.
Why go around when you can just go over?
Tell me you don't want to go on this trip.
I don't want to go on this trip.
Your mouth's saying one thing, but those eyes are saying something else.
Hello, French gymnasts with Trevor Immelman. What a tournament we have in store.
This game takes and it takes. The game's finally giving me something back.
I'm used to it. People liking me just for golf, same as Dad.
You are my friend, and that's got nothing to do with how well you swing a golf club. I care about you more. before, like Butch and Sundance, like Thelma and Louise, like Turner and Hooch.
You know all those characters died, right?
Hooch lives.
No, Hooch takes a bullet and bleeds out at the end.
I feel like I've seen that show before. The troubled guy, it's chance at redemption. I'm not a big golf fan. I've played golf a couple times and enjoyed it, but I don't like watching it. It just seems really sleepy to me. Owen Wilson, terrific actor. It looks like it's going to be fine.
Yeah, Stop it. Not gonna let you cheapen it.
I also really disliked Ted Lasso. I felt it was a dishonest show. Not that it was unfunny, but it was a dishonest show. It was a show about a Christian guy, but instead of making him Christian, they made him anti-Christian, and that's just not who he would have been. He was obviously shaped by evangelical culture, and they just ruined it by being dishonest because they wanted to say their own thing. I don't know. That show that didn't appeal to me because I just feel like I've seen the movie before. I've been thinking a lot about the early days of the internet when it felt like this vast, open frontier, a place where you could truly be free from corporate oversight, free from tracking, free from someone looking over your shoulder, kind of like America itself used to be. But these days, every time you go online, you're being watched. Your internet service provider sees everything, every site you visit, every click you make. And here's the kicker. In the US, they can legally sell all that information to third parties. Your private data becomes just another commodity. That's exactly why I started using ExpressVPN. It's a brilliant piece of technology that routes all of my online activity through secure, encrypted servers. Everything I do online is shielded from prying eyes, my internet provider, data brokers, all of them, because ExpressVPN hides my IP address. For the first time in years, my data actually feels like it's mine again. Imagine that. It's easy to use. See, this is the thing. I'm not that technically proficient, but I can put this on all my devices and one tap will connect me. It works on up to 8 devices, phones, tablets, TVs, computers, you name it, it's protected. Find out how you can get 4 months free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to expressvpn.com/Andrew Klavan Show.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens.
Anything else on your person?
Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
You care to explain this?
Sun cream, seriously?
This is the first time you've ever willingly returned to a school. How does it feel?
Like returning to the scene of the crime. Howdy, Ruby. I already know where the bodies are buried. Let's play dolls. I mean, it is a little creepy, but the curls are super soft. It's made from real human hair. Wherever there's murder and mayhem, you will always find an Adams.
Every family has dark secrets, Wednesday. And secrets can have deadly consequences.
You don't need to worry about me, Mother. I do my best work in the dark.
Again, season 2, I didn't see season 1. I like Tim Burton, I like the look of that. I like the fact that it was actually scary, that it was actually spooky, and she was actually morbid and dark, and that could be pretty funny. So I like the Addams Family. I think that those old cartoons, if you've never seen the original New Yorker cartoons, they're really good. Look, I'm probably not going to watch that, just being honest, but it didn't look bad.
I am a security unit, or sec unit. I was built to protect and obey humans, and humans are idiots. But now that I've hacked my programming, I can do whatever I want, as long as they don't find out.
Now, let's talk security. We need you to select a sec unit to take on the mission. This is the newest model available.
What's the one behind it?
That's a refurbished model.
Oh, look at that piece of crap. Oh, wait, that's me.
Which one's the least expensive? That one, but you get what you pay for.
True.
Wouldn't be so creepy if it didn't stand so still. Shh, you can hear us. We can't.
I could. I just didn't care. I was watching the entertainment channels on the company's satellites. I've watched 7,532 hours of content. Shows like The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon.
Did you sleep with that bot? Stars, Captain.
Oh, what now? Run! Stay calm. It'll be okay.
I didn't know it had a face.
Yeah, it's kind of a sweet face.
Stop staring at me.
I wasn't. Stop staring at me.
I have been noticing some anomalies with the sec unit.
Uh-oh.
And when I plugged into its system, the unit was already rogue.
It calls itself Murderbot. How's private?
It's a killing machine.
Murderbot?
Can you stop calling it Murderbot? It's terrifying.
You know what I mean? That's what it calls itself, so I am just being respectful.
Do you think we can trust it?
It seems like it's going through something.
Eye contact.
What the hell? You could have killed me.
There was a chance, yes. But everything turned out fine.
That looked all right. Murderbot, that one's just started already, I think. I could picture myself watching that. You know, again, I'm looking for original stuff. I'm looking for new stuff. And the only way they're going to do new stuff is if they start to actually transform the values that are informing these shows, because I think that we've kind of grounded, we've hit rock bottom in terms of wokeness. But I would watch that. That looked kind of exciting, kind of interesting. I'm looking for stuff that just has a fresh feeling to it. So far, all of these, I feel like I've kind of seen them before, but that one looked a little bit more entertaining. Well, I wasn't so thrilled with those. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be totally negative, but I didn't see anything that grabbed me, you know? I mean, the last, you know, I think of shows like Fleabag, which really did sort of wake me up, and I thought, wow, that was really incredible. Some of the stuff I've seen on Apple TV recently has been okay, but I'm waiting for the next big thing. Severance, I thought was good. That White Lotus was good. You know, I sense some new stuff coming down the pike, but right now we need to really break through with some fresh voices, some fresh eyes, and just see some new stuff. But all that stuff looked fine. I mean, and Murderbot was probably the one I was most likely to watch. So none of those shows look better than this, so you want to like and subscribe, and also subscribe to The Andrew Klavan Show wherever you get your podcasts.